Right. Chapter 12, the prince and his deliverer. In our previous class, we did at Guildhall. Today, we are going to do chapter 12, the prince with his deliverer. Now, we already know that Miles Hendon rescues the prince from Guildhall and comes to his living place, lodge with the boy. Here, deliverer means Miles Hendon, who saves the prince. Right. We'll do some part of this. It's a long chapter. Okay. As soon as Miles Hendon and the little prince were clear of the mob, were away from the mob. The mob means the people at Guildhall, unruly people. They struck down through. They walked through. Struck down means they ran through back lanes and alleys. Lanes and alleys means roads and small paths, streets toward the river. Their way was unobstructed. Their path was not unobstructed, not interrupted, not troubled, until they approached London Bridge, until they came to London Bridge. Then they plowed into the multitude again. They entered, plowed means entered into the multitude. Multitude means people, crowd of people. Hendon keeping a fast grip upon the princess, no, the king's wrist. Now Hendon is holding the princess, or the king. He's the king now because Henry is gone. Wrist. Still we call him the prince. The tremendous news was already abroad. What is this tremendous news? Great news. Henry's death. Henry's death. Great news was already abroad. And the boy learned. The boy means the prince understood it from 1,000 voices at once. The king is dead. Now everyone speaks. Everybody speaks the news, tremendous news. What is the tremendous news? The king is dead. The tidings struck this news, these waves, struck, hit the boy, a chill, struck a chill, brought some cold feelings, chill, fear to the heart of the poor little wife. Wife means homeless boy. He was filled with bitter grief. He is filled with bitter grief. What is bitter grief? Extreme pain. What is the pain? Death of his father. He was underlined. He was filled with bitter grief for the grim tyrant. For the grim tyrant. This cruel king. Tyrant means this cruel man. It means King Henry, who had been such a terror to others. King Henry is a terrific man to other people. Always been gentle with him, but he had always been a gentle father. gentle father. You know, Henry is a grim tyrant. Very cruel man. But for the children, as a father, he's a gentle character. The tears sprung to his eyes. The prince cries. He's very worried, sad about this death. His eyes blurred all objects. His eyes are full of tears. For an instant, quickly, he felt himself the most forlorn. Now he feels he's a forlorn, abandoned person, outcast, somebody who has been thrown out of the family, of forsaken, forgotten from God's creatures. Then another cry shook the night with its reaching thunders, far-reaching thunders. Long live Edward the Sixth. This made his eyes kindle. Now everybody shouts these words. Long live Edward the Sixth. And this made his eyes kindle. Now the prince has some happiness, pride, because he is the king now. And thrilled him, gave him some thrilling feelings, pride to his fingers' end, extremely. He thought, how grand, underline. Strange it seems, I am king. Now prince is very happy because he's the king now after his father's death, but he's a king without a palace and a crown. He's in the street. Street. King of the street, not of the palace. Right. Now in this way, Henry and the prince, they walk away. Walk through the people. Our friends threaded their way slowly through the throngs upon the bridge. Throngs means people. Now they walk through the bridge, proud of the bridge. Now this paragraph completely describes the London Bridge, how it is made, the function there. Right, we don't want to read that part. We'll go to main action. Go to page 76. Now Hendon comes to his lodging. Hendon's lodging were in the little inn on the bridge. As he neared the door with his small friend, a rough voice said, there is already a visitor with a rough voice. John Canty is already there. Canty says, the situation takes place when Hendon and the prince meet John Canty at the London Bridge. Now Canty says, so thou art come at last. You have come at last. Thou will not escape again. You will not escape again. I warrant thee. I promise. And if found in thy bonds, breaking your bonds, pounding means breaking your bonds to a pudding. By breaking your bonds to a pudding, it will teach thee somewhat. It will teach you some lesson. And thou will not keep us waiting another time. You will not waste our time. Mayhap, sometimes. Now John Canty threatens the boy. I will pound, I will break your bonds and make a pudding out of it. Because you are wasting our time. John Canty put out his hand to seize the boy. Seize means catch the boy. Seize. Miles Hendon stepped in the way. Now Miles Hendon begins his duty. What is his duty? To protect the prince. Not too fast, friend. Thou art needlessly rough. You are unnecessarily rough person. Hendon criticizes Canty's approach, character. Methinks, I think, what is this lad to thee? What is the relationship between you and this boy? Hendon question. What is this lad to thee? Then Canty says, if it be any business of thine, if it is your business to meddle with other affairs, if it is your business to meddle in my affairs, he is my son. Canty says, oh, this is my son. You must know it. But the prince is very angry about these words. He says hotly, hotly means angrily. "'Tis a lie, 'tis a lie. No, 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 not true. A lie. An utter lie. Don't believe him." The king angrily said. And then says, boldly said, bravely said, "I believe thee, boy. I believe you, boy. Whether thy small headpiece be sound or cracked. If your head is sound or mad, if your head is sound or mad, I believe you, my boy. But whether this scurvy ruffian means this bad guy, is this bad guy, if this bad guy, your father or not, if this John Canty your father or not, it is all one, it is the same. He shall not have thee. No, he will not take you. I promise. Beat thee, punish you, beat you, abuse you, maltreat you, ill-treat you. So thou prefer to bide with me? Do you love to live with me? Do you like, prefer means? Do you prefer to bide? Bide means live or stay with me? And then questions the boy. I do, I do. The prince answers, why not? I do. I know him not. I do not know this man. I loathe him. I hate him. Will die before I go with him. Death is better. I will die before I go with him. Now, Prince expresses his hatred, his hateful feelings towards this man, disgusting man. The prince's disgusting feelings. We will see, we'll see, we'll see, John Canty said. Striding past, moving past Hendon to get at the boy now. By force shall he. I will take the boy by force. Forcefully. Against his willing, I will take him. Now Canty tries to take away the prince from Hendon, but Hendon does not allow. Hendon says, if thou do but touch him, if you touch the boy, thou animated offal, you living animal, you ugly living animal. That is the metaphor used for Canty. You can imagine Canty's physical nature. He looks like an ugly animal. I will spit thee, I will cut you. Spit means cut into pieces. I will cut you into pieces like a goose, like a duck. I will cut you into pieces like a duck, said Hendon. Bar in the way, protect in the way, and laying his hand upon his sword hilt, keeping his hand upon sword hilt, on the handle of the sword. Canty drew back. Canty stepped back. Now, Marquis, now listen, continued Hendon. I took this lad under my protection. This lad is under my protection now, Hendon says. Maki, listen, this boy is under my protection. Hmm. I took this lad under my protection when a mob of such as thou, when a people like you would have mishandled him, mistreated him, abused him. Mishandled means abused him. May have killed him. Sometimes they have killed this boy, may have killed this boy. I saved him. Do you imagine? Does imagine? Do you imagine? I will desert him. I will leave the boy to a worse fate. Another bad guy. A worse fate means another bad guy. Or whether thou art his father or not. If you are his father or not. To say really, actually, I think it's a lie. I think you are telling a lie. You are not his father. A decent, swift death. A quick death. Great. Decent means very respectful, quick death is better for such a lad. Is good for this boy than life in such a brute hands, in a brutal hands like you. So go thy ways, go your way. Set quick about, yes, quickly, go, leave, don't stay here. For I like not much bending of words. I don't like wasting my words, speaking much words, because I am not over patient. I am not too patient. I get angry soon. Before I get angry, leave this place. Now Hendon chases away Canty, and he goes away. John Canty moved off, went away, muttering threats, curses, blaming, abusive words, and he goes away and was swallowed, disappeared from sight in the crowd. Now Hendon and the prince, they enter their lodge, right? They enter their lodge to have some rest, some food for the day. Hendon ascended, climbed 3 flights of stairs to his room with his charge, with his boy, after ordering a meal to be sent thither, sent there. He ordered some meal, food for them. It was a poor apartment. This is a poor room, poor lodge with a shabby bed. There is a shabby, very old bed, some odds and ends of furniture, some pieces of furniture in it. Vaguely lighted. There was very simple light by a couple of candles, sickly candles. There were 2 candles. They illuminated. They illuminate the room. The king dragged himself. The prince dragged, walked with difficulty to bed, lay down upon it, slept on it, almost exhausted, very tired with hunger and fatigue. Fatigue means very tired, tiredness, right? After getting into bed, the prince orders, Preeti, please call me when the table is spread. When the table is ready, food is ready. Table spread means food. When food is ready, please call me. And sank into a deep sleep. He went into deep sleep. Right. Now, that is uh, some part of this chapter. Let's write down some comment on it. Write down. Write down. Chapter 12. Chapter 12 depicts a new page. A new page of Princess Journey. New page of Princess Journey as a beggar. He finds a different life. He finds a different life with a new person, with a new person, miles-handed. Miles-handed. Hendon is Hendon is Hendon is a retired soldier. Retired soldier retired soldier, and he meets the prince. He meets the prince he meets the prince at Guildhall. At Guildhall, at Guildhall. He rescues the prince. He rescues the prince from the unruly people at Guildhall, and take to his lodge on the London Bridge. London Bridge. The first main incident. The first main incident is the princess meeting with John Canty again. The princess meeting with John Canty again at the London Bridge. When escaping from awful court, when escaping from awful court, Canty orders everyone Canty orders everyone to come to London Bridge and accordingly Canty is already there to meet his family members. To meet his family members. John Canty threatens the prince, T-H-R-E-A-T-E-N. John Canty threatens the prince and tries to take him away, but he does not know that the prince has a protector and caretaker. protector and caretaker. Miles Hendon. Miles Hendon interferes with John Canty. John Canty and chases him away. Chases him away. Saving the prince. Saving the prince. In this way, the prince meets someone who cares for him, and protect him. Protect him. The prince considers Miles Hendon as his loyal servant and protector. Okay, we'll discuss the other part of the chapter in our next session.